Subscribe this channel and press bell icon to get notification for latest and informative videos before anyone. Do you feel that your electricity bills are increasing day by day and you always worry about it without any type of solution? If yes, then this video will provide you a perfect solution for that. Nowadays in summer we all feel the rise of temperature and heat waves by an average of 1 to 2 degrees Celsius as compared to the last decade. With the continuous shift in climate conditions and our lifestyle, demand for air conditioned thermal comfort is growing rapidly at the rate of 20% on average per year over the last decade. On the other hand, this demand is estimated to become the biggest contributor to electricity consumption and greenhouse gas emission. So, do you think that is it the correct way, only the way to control the room temperature of the any type of building system? Please do comment and give your answer through comment box below. From my side, it is obviously no, this is not the appropriate way. So now the question is that what is the way to deal with the temperature difference which is easy, economical, enviro-friendly and also sustainable? Do you know that main reason behind the temperature rise inside the building is the building envelope? What is that? The building envelope is known as the physical separator between the conditioned and unconditioned, that means outdoor and indoor environment of a building, that is responsible for heat gain, which in turn determines the indoor temperature, thermal comfort and sensible cooling demand. If I describe that in a simple language, then it is nothing but the building components like exterior walls, roof, windows and doors etc. are the building envelopes, which maintains the difference between indoor and the outdoor temperature. So now it is very much important to identify the effective building envelopes for building, which will help to manage thermal comfort and decrease the utility of air conditioner. Hi, I am Chirag and you are welcome to this channel. In this video, I will be going to cover a methodology on how to measure thermal efficiency of the building envelope. This is based on a white paper that I recently came across titled Calculation on RETV for Residential Projects, a Comparative Study. It is of different walling materials for various climate zones. The study was conducted by Greentech Technology Solutions Private Limited and the Wienerberger India. Greentech has contributed in the developing draft of the code that has conducted a study to analyze and compare the impact of walling materials on indoor thermal comfort by evaluating the RETV values and its implications. Based on this paper, I would like to discuss the key findings of this study and the importance of choosing the right walling material for your house that create a thermally conductive indoor living environment. So to reduce your future electricity bills, stay tuned with this video up to the end. Let's learn something. Now the question is how to determine suitable walling material for a house that creates a thermally conductive indoor living environment. For the identification of any suitable walling material, it is necessary to analyze and compare the impact of walling materials on indoor thermal comfort by evaluating the RETV values and its implications. So let's understand what RETV is and how to measure it. RETV is residential envelope transmittance value, which is measured in watt per meter square. It is nothing but one type of methodical approach to evaluate and ascertain thermal comfort in residential buildings and houses. It evaluates thermal efficiency of the building envelope in terms of exterior walls, windows, glass and shading over the building envelopes. It is more effective at reducing indoor heat ingress and provides continuous comfortable living along with attractive payback in terms of substantial savings in energy utilization for cooling of a residential building. Acceptance norms are well established and adopted with a certain amount of customization in several countries globally. Even the Government of India, in association with Bureau of Energy Efficiency, has drafted a building energy code for residential buildings based on RETV in year 2018. Now let's look at the methodology how to calculate RETV. So to calculate RETV of any type of residential project, the information required is architectural drawings which give an idea of a building components, its dimensions and the orientation. Also, other than that drawings, few construction details which include properties of an enveloping system used that is required. After receiving the required details, the first step is to calculate envelope lengths and envelope area of each floor of your building. For that, you should know which components are to be included and which are not included. So if you see here, included components are external surfaces or envelope of the building, including doors and windows, shading due to projections, etc. And not included components are unexposed walls of the dwelling units, basement, ground floor, exposed area of common spaces such as stairwells, lobbies, etc. After that, step number 2 is about the calculation of envelope area. For that, wall lengths of each orientation are calculated considering the outer perimeter line of the wall. After that, based on that calculated wall lengths, envelope areas are determined by multiplying the envelope lengths with the total height of the building. During this process, impact of external shadings such as overhang and side fin have been accounted as per the guideline provided by Econiva Samhita Code 2018. And after that, third step, you have to record and compare the actual indoor to outdoor temperature throughout the day, where you observe that the difference in the outdoor and the indoor temperature. In addition to that, the U values which measure the heat transmission in unit time throughout unit area of a material or a construction and the boundary air films induced by the unit temperature difference between the environments on either side considered for the final calculation of RETV. Let's take one example. As an example, if 730 kilowatt hour is the heat gain through the building envelope during the cooling period February to November, approximately 7272 hours, and the envelope area of the space is 10 meter square, then the RETV of this space will be 730 kilowatt hour divided by 10 meter square multiplied by 7272 hour. Hence, RETV is equal to 10.03 watt per meter square. So this is the calculation process of RETV, which is used as a design tool to quickly evaluate and compare various design alternatives and material options for the thermal performance. If you want to know about more on that, you just refer the links given in the description below. Now let's go through with some facts and figures of the real life study conducted at 4 different climate zones and 4 different nature of walling option as envelope system. You can observe that in all the cases, clay thermal insulated bricks 200 mm has the lowest RETV, while 160 mm RCC shear walls has the highest RETV. Also, U value is linearly proportionate with RETV values. Bangalore comes under the moderate climate. For the given building, clay thermal insulated bricks and clay hollow bricks are best suited to achieve higher living comfort. And Hyderabad comes under the composite climate. For the given building, the RETV values are highest among all cities except for clay bricks. Over all walling materials like concrete blocks and RCC shear walls could not meet the RETV criteria. More two cities, Chennai and Cochin, comes under the warm and humid climate. For the given building, except for clay bricks, concrete blocks and RCC shear walls could not meet the RETV criteria. So from this results, it is clear that the clay bricks are fully RETV compliant across all climate zones, especially in South India. On the other hand, solid concrete blocks and RCC shear walls are not compliant with RETV requirements in all the climate zones. Now let's see some costing benefits. I am sure that you are waiting for it. So let's discuss the impact of using appropriate building envelope material on the overall electricity bill of the building. From the study data, if we take the example of the building located in Chennai and comparing clay hollow brick wall with RCC shear walls, the RETV of building with RCC shear walls is 22.5 watt per meter square, which is 187 kilowatt hour thermal per meter square of building built up area. And the same with the clay hollow brick wall is 8.8 watt per meter square, which is 102 kilowatt hour thermal per meter square of built up area. The meaning of that is what? For a typical 100 meter square, which is approximately 1080 square feet of air conditioned built up area, the sensible cooling load using RCC would be 100 multiplied by 187 is equal to 18,700 kilowatt thermal hour, as compared to just 100 multiplied by 102 is equal to 10,200 kilowatt thermal hour if you are using clay hollow brick. Now, using a coefficient of performance is about 3 for the air conditioner, for the same built up area, RCC shear walls would consume 18,700 divided by 3, that means 6,233 kilowatt hour units annually, while clay hollow bricks consume 3,400 kilowatt hour units annually. This means 2,833 kilowatt hour of electricity units saved in a year with a clay hollow brick wall as compared to the RCC walls. This leads to a direct annual cost saving of 2,833 multiplied by 6.6 is equal to rupees 18,698. If we take rupees 6.6 is per unit electricity rate, as right now on the rate charge in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. This leads to the three main advantages of using clay hollow brick as compared to other walling materials. Number one, it has influence on air conditioning cooling loads, leading to cost savings because RETV has a high and direct correlation with sensible cooling loads required for air conditioning. In very simple way, lower the RETV of material, the lower will be the load on the air conditioning, which describe your electricity bills and save money. Number two is it provides high living comfort because clay hollow brick are made from clay, 100% naturally occurring material which is free from any chemical additives. Clay, being a breathable material, helps to keep the indoor environment habitable, cool and comfortable with minimal artificial conditioning. The uniqueness of clay ensures natural effective cooling in hot weather and better thermal insulation in cold weather, thereby reducing the need for artificial air conditioning. Furthermore, it provides better air quality and air circulation in the house. Number three, it complying with government green initiatives because concrete and cement are a major sink in terms of sustainability due to the sheer volume that is being used. It is estimated that the per capita consumption of concrete in India is approximately 1.5 tons annually. The government is planning to introduce new green initiatives in the building and concrete construction industry to reduce global warming damages and improve sustainability. Finally, with the clear focus on sustainable and easy to produce walling materials, clay hollow brick proves to be the clear leader across all types of climate zones in India. It provides natural comforts in the house which not only keep the house cool but helps to save substantial money throughout the utility of your house. Also, it reduces overall structural cost because it's lightweight and it needs to be a zero maintenance. It is free from shrinkage problems, crack problems, and with low water absorption, which proves that hollow clay bricks are the appropriate walling material option to achieve thermal comfort for residential buildings. So dear friends, this is all about RETV, its measurement method, suitable walling material, and its impact on your electricity bills. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding this, please feel free to use the comment box and share your thoughts with us. And if you like this video, give thumbs up, share it, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Let's meet with another video with new topic and fresh knowledge. Till then, goodbye and stay safe.